Tobacco and alcoholic beverages are not permitted at the site of competition. We would like to say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2024 Food Lion CIAA Men's Basketball Tournament here at CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. This afternoon's semifinal game features the 2-seed Clafln Panthers versus the 1-seed Lincoln Lions. And now let's meet starting lineups for Clafln University, shall we? Up first, a 6'6" junior guard / forward from Augusta, Georgia, wearing number 15, John Whitehead III. A 6'1" senior guard from Salisbury, North Carolina, wearing number 5, Jalen Williams. A 6'8" senior forward / center from Boys Town, Mississippi, wearing number 4, Timothy McElroy. A 6'7" guard forward junior from Houston, Texas, wearing number 1, Zion Obanla. And a 6'1" senior guard from Snellville, Georgia, wearing number 0, Bryson Dennis. And now the Lincoln University Lions, a 6'5" sophomore guard / forward, wearing number 11, Aiden Anderson. A 6'5" junior guard from Newark, New Jersey, wearing number 10, Clafln. A 6'8" junior forward from Newark, New Jersey, wearing number 4, Janai Sinu. A 6'1" junior point guard from the Bronx, New York, wearing number 3, Reggie Hudson. And a 6'3" sophomore guard from Ewing, New Jersey, wearing number 2, Freddie Young Jr. The Lions are coached by
live from the CFG Bank Arena semifinals action. Game 2 of the day. Winner goes on to play Winston-Salem State, Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, Okarel Terrell Decree, and the Baby Lion, Layla Newborn, in the broadcast booth with us.
Man, I listen to HBCU Sports. I listen to the KRSB Network. Let's go, Cheney. Let's go, HBCU Sports. Let's go, KRSB Network.
It's only one person to tap in with, and that's KRSB Network. You already know. Grand Pride, baby.
This is Coach Jason Armstrong. You are listening to the one and only greatest station out here right now, putting down for Lincoln University, KRSB Network. Please, all day, every day, this is where you will find men and women's basketball.
And good evening and welcome, good afternoon and welcome, I have to say, to the CFG Bank Arena, Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird. It is the semifinals, here at the CFG Bank Arena, number 1 seed, Lincoln University versus number 2, Clafln. We're ready to get underway. We'll get it set in just a second. Here's a tip up and control by Abanya from Clafln. Gives it over to number 5, Jalen Williams at the top of the key. He's guarded by Reggie Hudson. He's on the right side, skips it up top to McGlary. They swing it over to Dennis on the far side, now down in the post. Nice spin move, and the stuff is in and good by Obanya. As we said, Lincoln in their home white uniforms, Clafln in their orange uniforms with the brown numbers on the top. Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and the Baby Lion, Layla Newborn, live from the CFG Bank Arena. McKeer Cleveland three-pointer from the top of the arc. It's up and good, and Lincoln gets the early lead. And welcome, KB.
Welcome. Thank you so much. I've been looking forward to this matchup between the number 2 South Division Clafln and the number 1, the Northern Champs of Lincoln University. We know these teams have a little bit of a history together. Lincoln sending Clafln home last year in the semifinals.
All right, let's see if Clafln gets their revenge today. Clafln has the rock on the far side. We're broadcasting from the Lincoln baseline. Spin move in the lane is up, no good. Loose ball is pulled down by John A. Coates. Over to Hudson, now to Bakir Cleveland. Cleveland on that right side goes up misses the shot, but the follow through by Janae Coates is good, and Lincoln has a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, and speaking of Janae Coates, we watched him improve with every game last season, getting better and better. And you see Coach Armstrong has inserted him into the starting lineup.
All right, here's Claflin down 5-2 on the far side. They work it around. Lincoln in a half-court zone. Claflin on the left side baseline. They're trying to back down. Aiden Anderson goes up for a fake, and the layup is up and good by Abania. He has 4 points to lead the way for Claflin. 5-4 is our score. 18:04 live from the CFG Bank Arena. The Lady Hughes, Kia Bird, and the baby line, Layla Newborn.
And one of the things that both of these teams do not do well is shoot the three ball. So look for this to be a battle of the paint today.
Janae Coates threw an air ball up, rebounded by Bakir Cleveland, who draws the foul. That foul is going to be on, and I didn't even catch that, KB. I can't find the board, so that foul's on Whitehead. That's his first. Bakir Cleveland at the line for Lincoln. He has 3 of Lincoln's 5 points.
And remember last year in the press conference, Bakir Cleveland made the declaration that they will be back in the championship. So I'm looking for him to have a big game today.
His first shot's up and good. Aiden Anderson will go to the bench. Ethan Garita comes into the ball game. So Lincoln has again Garita, Coates, Reggie Hudson, Freddie Young Jr., and Bakir Cleveland. Claflin counter, with Dennis Obana, Woodhead, McElroy, and Williams. So Hudson hits both foul shots. 7-4 is our score. Lincoln with a little four-court pressure. You have Reggie Hudson, the all-CIAA first-team member. Congratulations to Reggie. Pressuring the rock. Claflin moving it around. This is McElroy. Swings over to the far side. Claflin trying to be patient. Freddie Young and Al directing the Lincoln half-court man-to-man. Deep three-pointer from the left side is up by Whitehead. No good. The loose ball was pulled down by McElroy. His follow-up is no good. Here comes Lincoln. Freddie Young on the left side for Lincoln. Now gives it up to Reggie Hudson. Lincoln in no hurry, being delivered offensively. Hudson now crossover, gets himself to the foul line, lays it off to Janae Coates. His floater goes in and comes out.
And so far, Claflin doing a great job on both the offensive and defensive glass today.
Williams pulls up for a three-pointer from the right side, misses that one. Freddie Young out on the break. They're not guarding him. Freddie takes it to left of the court, lays it up and draws the foul.
3 the hard way from Mr. Young.
So Freddie Young Jr. trying for the old-fashioned three-point play. Kind of awkward to be here on a Friday afternoon and not a Friday evening, KB.
I like it.
I do too, but not when my clock said 6. And you said it was 2. Freddie tries for the old-fashioned three-pointer, no good. This ball comes down to Abania. Lincoln on top, 9-4 is our score. 16:45 here in the first half. Live from CFG Bank Arena. There's a drive by Whitehead, nearly stolen by Cleveland. It's a long outlet, and it's stolen now by Reggie Hudson. Hudson goes up in traffic, goes off the glass, misses the layup, and the loose ball was pulled in and secured by Whitehead.
Good defense that time by Claflin, being patient, not fouling Reggie Hudson.
Here's Dennis trying to force the action, got cut off by Reggie Hudson. Skips over to the far side, and Obania scoring all 7 points for Claflin as he pulls up for the three-pointer on the left side. Lincoln now leading by 2, 16:03. Number 1 seed in the north and the number 2 seed in the south. Here at the Final Four of the 2024 CIAA Championship. Bakir Cleveland on that right side, step back three-pointer, up, no good. Loose ball comes down to Williams. Williams will race it up for Claflin. Lincoln now half-court man-to-man. Dennis has it for Claflin. Both coaches a little casual dress today, not the suits.
I guess they'll save their Sunday best for Saturday night.
They're hoping. But here Cleveland just erases Woodhead's drive to the basket. Lincoln controls the rock, and they'll walk it up on that right-hand side is Bakir Cleveland. Claflin, go ahead, excuse me.
And we know this Lincoln team is very defensively minded.
Janae Coates' three-pointer from downtown is up and good.
I mean, I don't know if the CIAA awards a most improved player, but Janae Coates, Sonia's Coates' name should definitely be on that list.
All right. So threading the needle was Williams for Claflin, finding a wide open McElroy, who misses a jam but drew the foul on Lincoln. Gonna have a timeout on the court. We'll take it with them here. 12-7 is the score. 2024 CIAA Men's Championship here on the KRSB Network. We'll be back after this.
Never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit. May I? We're definitely not lit. I mean, seriously, we named ourselves Booking.com, which is kind of lit if we're talking literal. But it's who we are. We're good at helping you book travel. Like, amazingly good. And kind of bleep at naming. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
As an HBCU athlete, you have a unique perspective that can help others. At KRSB Network, we want to hear your story and share it with the world. Whether it's your favorite moment, the years you participated, or how your HBCU prepared you for life, we want to hear your story.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime, any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
And welcome back to CFG Bank Arena Men's 2024 CIAA Final Four. First game of two today. Number 1 seed Lincoln University of the North taking on the number 2 seed Claflin Panthers of the South. At the foul line for Claflin is Timothy McElroy, the 6'8" senior from Boynton, Mississippi. His first shot from the line is no good.
And we have to give a congratulations to the previous game to the Elizabeth City State University women, who punched their ticket back to the championship game tomorrow afternoon.
Let's just congratulate the Lady Vikings. 1 of 2 from the line for McElroy. He will be replaced by Halvante Hutcherson. I'm not even going to talk about that. Full court pressure being applied by Claflin. Lincoln, no problem breaking it. Reggie Hudson brings it up. Now it looks like going to retreat to a half-court 2-3. Hudson brings it to the top now to Freddie Young. Freddie over to Cleveland. Cleveland working at left side on the elbow. Coates at the top of the key. Hit a 3 the last time he touched it from that area. 7 seconds on the play clock. Hudson now to Coates. Here's another 3-pointers. Up and good. Going to call that a 2-pointer, KB.
Yeah, Coates is feeling it this afternoon. And these two teams have only seen each other once this past season at Claflin. Lincoln coming out on top by 10.
14-8 our score. Lions leading Claflin. Here's near still. Battle for a loose ball. As yet Stewart a little dribble happy, and possession will favor Lincoln.
I'm telling you, that Lincoln University men's basketball prides themselves on defense. You see each and every player 1 through 5. You know, they can play man-to-man against anyone in the CIAA.
Right. So Claflin coming out again. Orange uniforms, that brown or maroon coloring, kind of the similar to Virginia Tech, the Hokies. Into the ball game for Lincoln is Peter Sorber. He's trying to do work inside the lane. Nice backdoor cut to Reggie Hudson. Finds Ethan Garrido on the left side baseline. Missed the shot. Reggie Hudson skies and gets the rebound. Hudson falls to the ground, knocked down by 3 players, but we play on.
Yeah, ref being a little stingy with the whistle right now.
Inside the lane, trying to work on Peter Sorber was Obanya, but it was tipped in by Stewart. Actually, Hutcherson, Havante.
In this game, it's going to be important, those second chance opportunities.
14-10 to score. Freddie Young, top of the key. His shots up and good. And Freddie with another 3-point opportunity.
Absolutely.
So I'm noticing, with the exception of Reggie Hudson and Bakir Cleveland, everyone on Lincoln this year are all sporting new dudes.
Yeah, they, new year, new look, but still the same mindset of the Lincoln Lions.
So Freddie Young will try for yet another 3-point opportunity. 16-10 here, 13-12 in the first half. Freddie converts, 17-10 the score. Lions on top of the Panthers. There's a little full court pressure on Williams. He nearly threw that one away. Williams on that left side is going to draw the foul on Bakir Cleveland, who's becoming too aggressive.
Yeah. But definitely the mindset of 94 feet picking Claflin up at that baseline.
John Woodhead will check into the game for Claflin. He's going to spell Zion Obanya.
And both of these teams statistically are very balanced. 5 players out of Claflin are averaging in double figures. Pretty much the same thing on the Lincoln side. So you never know whose night it's going to be with these two teams.
This is Williams working it for Claflin. Now they move it around to the left side. They can half court man to man. Nice kick out. 3-pointer right wing is up. No good. Loose ball comes down to Bakir Cleveland. He throws it away as he was falling out of bounds. Woodhead has it. His shot goes in and blocked by Peter Sorber. And Claflin will bring it out and reset. 12:34 here in the first half.
Good recovery defense by Sorber.
Driving to the basket is Williams, and he'll draw a foul on Lincoln. Let's see who they call that one on. Reggie Hudson will pick up the foul.
That is his first, team third.
So team foul situation, 3 on Lincoln, and fouls on Claflin. They have 3 as well. At the line, shooting for Claflin is number 5, and that is Mr. Williams.
Senior out of Salisbury, North Carolina.
Salisbury, North Carolina, home to Livingston. So, no geography there. CIAA geography. Williams converts 1 of 2. He's going to be spelled by Dennis.
So far, Claflin utilizing their bench. There's only been 2 substitutions on the Lincoln side.
Nearly dangerous pass by Lincoln as they're working right to left on your dial. As we say, near and far for us. Sitting here on the baseline. Peter Sorber left elbow trying to find Freddie Young. He does get it over to him. Half-court man-to-man. Freddie trying to work to his right side. Nearly lost his dribble. Picked up by Reggie Hudson. Hudson working around the screen by Sorber. Over to Garrido. Garrido head down, trying to move, and nearly had his pockets picked. Excellent hands by Woodhead.
Claflin turning up the heat on their defense.
Yeah, I see Lucius over there, 2K base. Just keep Lucius away from me. Get Uncle Rel, talk about that event in just a few. Lincoln inbounding, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Peter Sorber, deep 3-pointer. It's up and good. And all the 3-pointers by Lincoln have been made by the big men.
Peter Sorber feeling himself a little bit after that 3-pointer.
20-11 Lincoln with the advantage. Claflin playing good ball, but just a little bit of issue against Lincoln's defense.
I watched some social media on the Lions earlier today, and their assistant coach was telling them you can't take any play off. A 5-minute lull, a 6-minute lull could really change the complexion of the game. so far, the Lions have done a great job staying locked in.
Is Wash into the ball game for Claflin. Misses the shot from the top of the key. This ball down over to Hudson. Hudson over to Freddie Young. Freddie nearly got in trouble as he threw it to Peter Sorber. Sorber fell. Ball's pulled out from a scrum by Walsh for Claflin. Walsh looking to move, skips it near side. Whithead pulls up three-pointer off the back of the iron, pulled down by Bakir Cleveland.
I don't think Claflin wanted that play to be as fast as it was.
So you got Coach Armstrong putting the big hand in the air, telling everyone to slow down. We got a timeout.
I think there's a player with maybe a little bit of blood on his hand.
Right. So, brief timeout. I don't know if they're going to make this immediate timeout. Let's look at the early stats, KB. In this ball game, both teams are rebounding pretty well. Claflin has 8 boards. Lincoln with 9. Lincoln has 4 assists to Claflin's 1, and 2 blocks for the Lions, but Claflin has 3 steals to Lincoln's 2. So we're back to action. Lincoln has it now, moving right to left from the dial. Bakir Cleveland top of key versus half-court man-to-man. Cleveland on that right elbow, near side, Garita deep three-pointer, left it short. Loose ball pulled down and secured by McElroy, who's back into the contest. McElroy over to Dennis. Dennis drives in traffic, nearly lost it. Skips it out to the left side. That three-pointer, no good. Loose ball pulled down by Sorber. We're going to get a cheap foul on Obanla.
Peter Sorber kind of had his backsides to the crowd, and he just bumped him from behind, getting, as you said, the cheap loose ball foul.
O'Banian picks up his second. We're going to pay attention to that. 10:36 here in the first half. He has 2 fouls.
Yeah, O'Banian was playing great in those first few minutes. He had the first 7 points for Claflin.
Right. 20-11. Freddie Young at the top of the key, running the point for Lincoln. Inside the lane goes up. Beautiful reverse. And Freddie puts in the basket. Timeout by Claflin. You got Freddie Young Jr. pacing Lincoln with 7 points.
Yeah, and that nearly was another 3-point play. He went to the basket with a lot of confidence and a lot of force.
All right, so timeout on the floor. Lincoln has doubled up Claflin. We'll be back here to CFG Bank Arena. You are listening to the CIAA tournament here on the KRSB Network.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
Everyone loves representing their HBCU. Let us show you how Fly Codes can help you feel like a game. For the best selection in HBCU apparel, visit flycodesapparel.com. Live Fly.
Join the HBCU Madness Challenge and show off your school pride during the CIAA basketball tournament with KRSB Network's mobile media radio broadcast.
HBCU Sports. Anytime, any place, any play. Mobile media radio broadcast here on the KRSB Network.
And welcome back to the CFG Bank Arena. Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, the baby lion, Layla Newborn. Lincoln University with a 22-11 score. Claflin called timeout. KB, as they try to reset and keep this game close.
But right now, Lincoln has definitely set the pace of this game with that tenacious 94-feet defense. After everyday basket, they're moving the ball well. You know, Freddie Young being confident, driving to the lane. Peter Sorber on the boards.
All right. So Claflin has it, inbounding underneath Lincoln's bench. They have Dennis, Obanya, Whithead, McElroy, and Stewart on the court. Lincoln will counter with Cleveland, Young, Manny Toa in the game, Garita, and Peter Sorber. Here's O'Brien trying to work on Sorber. Left side, trying to make a move. He skips it over to the far side. Deep three-pointer from the right side. No good. Bakir Cleveland all over that rebound for Lincoln University.
Yeah, and it looked like Freddie Young got just a little piece of that last three-pointer before it went up.
Yeah. O'Brien trying to make a move on Peter Sorber. Peter Sorber has too much gravity below to move him. Sorber catches near side. He's trying to make a move. Right-hand dribble. Backing his man down. His spin move, no good. Left a little bit short. O'Banya, as we talked him up, gets the board for Claflin. On the far side, Claflin racing up, still down by 11. O'Banya skips it to the far side. Threw it to a nice gentleman dressed in a blue suit with some nice socks, but not a teammate. So into the game is Aiden Anderson for Lincoln. O'Banya will go to the bench for Claflin as he gets replaced by Walsh, who's back into the contest.
Right now, Peter Sorber getting a lot of minutes. Wondering where Janae Coates was. He was playing amazing in the first few minutes of the basketball game.
Manny Toa in the game for Lincoln. Let's talk about that. Manny working it on the far side baseline. Now back up to Peter Sorber. Aiden Anderson has it. Swings over to Garita. Garita with a hook shot off the lane. No good. Loose ball picked and put back in by Peter Sorber.
Peter Sorber cleaning up the trash.
24-11. So this Lions team, KB, just my observation, they've been here before, which you and I both know, but they're playing like it.
Yeah.
Claflin facing at half court. Zone defense by Lincoln. Now they retreat to a man-to-man. Driving is Williams. Williams had a shot rejected, and the loose ball comes down to Peter Sorber. Lincoln on top, 24-11, and trying to add. This is Manny Toe on the left side. He'll bring it back and reset. Lincoln being deliberate with their offense. 15 seconds on the play clock, 8:16 on the game clock. Lions to Freddie Young, deep three-pointer, in and out. Loose ball comes down to Claflin. Claflin racing up. This is Stewart. Stewart had it taken away from him by Toa.
Manny giving no room to breathe.
Yeah. Toa will get it over to Freddie Young. Now to Sorber. Sorber, nice backdoor pass to Anderson. And Anderson reverts off the glass. 26-11. Lincoln on top. This game is getting away from
gas. Yeah. Put on gas for the Lions.
I thought you were going to say the real Pat Bev comment, KB.
In my head, I did.
26-11. Lincoln comfortably on top here in the first half. Claflin needing a basket. 8 seconds on the play clock. They drop it into the post. Now kick it back outside to the wing. 3-pointer from that left side. No good. Loose ball comes down to Claflin. This is Woodhead. Going to draw a foul as he had both Aiden Anderson and Ethan Garita in the air. See who they give it to.
And that's what Claflin's going to have to do to get back into this basketball game, is to get in the post, get those second shot opportunities. Right now, Lincoln is winning the battle of the boards.
So Lincoln's winning the battle of the boards, but also, KB, they're on a 9-0 run here.
Right.
In the last 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Claflin has not scored.
And in the beginning of the broadcast, we talked about their inability to really be consistent behind the arc.
So John Woodhead at the line. Shooting 2. As you can hear, he's on the Lincoln side. Sideline.
And there's so much orange in here, with both teams having orange in their school colors. You got to pay attention to who's who.
Yeah. Wholesale substitutions into the contest for Claflin. We'll reset the lineups in just a minute. Woodhead steps. 3 dribbles. Bends his knees. Comes set and converts 2 out of 2 from the line. 26-13. Claflin trailing the Lions. No full court pressure, nearly stolen. Lincoln does turn the ball over as an effortless pass by Aiden Anderson to Reggie Hudson. And Anderson is quickly to the bench. And Bakir Cleveland into the contest for Lincoln.
Coach Armstrong hit him with the back thumb. Hit the road.
So a la Mike Bernard, Norfolk State 1990s, out the game. All right, so let's set the lineup. Claflin has Walsh, Hutcherson, Williams, Whithead, and Dennis is the contest. This is Walsh going up. Out shot. Loose ball pulled down by Hutcherson. His follow-up's an air ball. Loose ball comes down to Hudson. Reggie Hudson driving the left in the lane, lays it up off the glass with the left hand.
Yeah. Too much speed. All you heard was beep, beep.
Yeah, 28-13. And Claflin kind of initiated the Lincoln fast break with the air ball from the previous play. Claflin three-pointer from the right side, no good. They're missing yet again. It was an air ball.
The Lions crowd letting them know about it too.
Claflin retrieves that loose ball. Another three-pointer by Walsh, no good. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Lincoln's on a 14-3 run, KB. 14-3. Claflin is struggling from downtown. They are 1 of 9 from downtown. 1 of 9. Meanwhile, Lincoln shooting 52% from the field. Claflin's 4 of 21 from the field for 19%.
Well, Lincoln seems to be very intentional about the three-pointers that they have taken. They've been wide open, well-lined three-pointers. It seems like Claflin is just tossing it up. Here we go right here.
Over to Toa, but Toa stepped on that out-of-bounds line. Going to be a turnover on Lincoln. That's their 5th turnover. Claflin has 6 turnovers. Back into the contest is Williams for Claflin. Williams guarded by Manny Toa. Skips it over to Whithead. Now off the screen is Dennis. Dennis with a deep shot from the key. No good. Loose ball comes down to Peter Sorber for Lincoln.
Lincoln's doing a great job, never getting lost on those switches on defense.
Reggie Hudson, deep three-pointer shots, no good. Loose ball ran down by Manny Toa. 5:20, 28-13 is our score. Hudson checking to Coach Armstrong for the play call. He's working on that right side. Now they bring it over to the far side to Bakir Cleveland. Cleveland stops at the post, pulls up. His shot no good. Reggie Hudson with the loose ball gets away with a step, but he puts it back in nonetheless.
That might have been the makeup call for when he got mauled going to the basket.
Reggie Hudson with his 4th point of the contest. Lincoln on top, 30-13. Quiet crowd here at the CFG Bank Arena this afternoon. Claflin driving. Williams misses everything. Pulled down by Garita for Lincoln.
I have a feeling Claflin will be happy to switch sides. It seems like that basket is being unkind to them.
Well, I remember last year that basket was unkind to everyone on that side. So we'll see. Hudson and Cleveland, 2-man game. Now they throw it down into Peter Sorber. Sorber kind of uneffortedly went for the ball. Hudson misses a shot. This ball comes down to Claflin. Claflin looking to run. In the lane is Dennis. Nice reverse off the glass. It's good.
Beautiful move to the basket.
30-15. Lincoln still doubling up Claflin, but nice move by Dennis, kind of forcing the action. Athletic play by him. Garita. Actually, Toa. And Toa faked out everyone, including himself, with the turnover. So 3:42 here in the first half. Timeout on the court. We'll take another timeout. You're listening to the 2024 CIAA Men's Basketball Final Four right here on the KRSB Network.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade, heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Join the HBCU Madness Challenge and show off your school pride during the CIAA basketball tournament with KRSB Network's mobile media radio broadcast.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime, any play mobile media radio broadcast.
And welcome back to the CFC Bank Arena. Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, and KD. We should have sat on the other side because we are directly in front of the Claflin Pep Band. Lincoln University on top, 30-15, 3:42 left in the first. And KB, summarize this game. What do you see?
I see Lincoln on a mission to get back to the championship game, the same spot where they, surprised everyone last year, looking to get the job done. They're doing a great job making everything difficult for Claflin. Claflin hasn't had a good look at the basket in minutes. As we saw, they went on that 9-0 run.
So Claflin will inbound the ball underneath of Lincoln's bench. They'll come out with Walsh, Stewart, McElroy, Obanla, Dennis. Lincoln will counter with Anderson, Young, Hudson, Johnny Coates, and Fields into the contest for the first time today. Driving baseline, Claflin is Stewart. Stewart will pick up a foul on, that's going to be Aiden Anderson. So going to the line will be Stewart for two. Got to force the action. Got banged up a little bit, so hope the young man's okay.
So far, the referee seems to be letting these young men play. Not calling, as we like to say, those little whisper fouls.
Well, they may whisper in the second half. Who knows? Let's take a look at the leaders in this contest so far. Obama is leading the way for Claflin. He had 7 points. For Lincoln, scoring is Coates. First shot's up and good. Also hits a pair from the line. 30-17, Lincoln with the advantage. Go back to the leaders in just a few. Freddie Young being pressured by Claflin. No problem dribbling through them. Swings it over to Fields, and Fields works it back to Hudson. Lincoln will reset their offense, working on the left-hand side. Aiden Anderson dealing with it half-court man-to-man by Claflin, a near throwaway.
Yeah, a little miscommunication.
7 seconds on the play clock. Young needs to make a move. Freddie Young with a deep three-pointer. Just hits the iron. Loose ball pulled down and secured by Claflin. It was McElroy with the boards. Gives it over to Dennis. Now up top to Abanla. Abanla swings it over to Stewart. Stewart threw it away right to Hudson. Hudson with Dennis one-on-one, and Hudson gets that advantage.
Something about that number 3.
Definitely. 32-17, Lincoln with the advantage. And there's a requirement if you were number 3. Lion with a big offensive foul, but no call. Here's a drive, and now we have a real offensive call, and they're going to ding Wash, excuse me. He's complaining to the official, but Janae Coates was knocked down and slid back about 5 feet.
Yeah, actually, that was Fields.
That was Fields?
Yeah, that was Fields out of Yonkers, New York.
Wow. The Lincoln University team, as we always state, is primarily from New Jersey or New York. And definitely Tri-State children. 2 minutes left here in the first half, 32-17. Lincoln on top. Hudson on that far side. Swings the Hut to, who's that? Freddie Young Jr. It's kind of the blind spot for me. Janae Coates with another three-pointer off the back of the iron. This ball is cleared by Whithead for Claflin. I was waiting for you to say something about that three-pointer, KB.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a bad look. The shot clock was kind of winding down, but, you know, he hit one earlier, so why not go for another?
McElroy. I say McElroy. You know, you're biased the way names are pronounced by people you know. So
Right.
because I know McElroy, I say McElroy, but it is McElroy. So if your folks are listening to me, I
Put some respect on
apologize.
that
Yes,
man's name.
definitely respect back to the McElroy family. I'll probably still say McElroy. A little pressure being applied by Claflin. 32-19, 120. Ethan Garita in the contest. Garita on that near side baseline. Out of Hudson. Hudson trying to work around the screen. Swings it out. Freddie Young thought about the three-pointer and now drives in. He throws it up to Garita. Garita dealing with traffic. Man on the floor. Misses a shot. Rebounded by Coates. Coates swings over Hudson. Hudson draws the foul and puts it in for the three-point opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, let's they're playing.
I'm a broadcaster,
They-
not a ref, but I counted 5 fouls
Well,
before the 6th one was called.
Listen, I didn't see any foul.
I mean, I didn't know if the police were called or what, because that looked like an assault.
Well, don't make me do this. We don't have Unc with us right now, so Unc would draw me back in. But I'm gonna keep myself contained and composed. But this is the city of the wire.
Yeah. Well,
so Reggie Hudson trying for his 9th point. Shot up and good. 35-19, 63 seconds remaining. Lincoln full court pressure. Claflin throws it away. As Williams trying to throw it to Dennis and just completely threw it away.
those turnovers are costly for these Claflin Panthers.
I don't know how that young lion's going to your left there. I'm sure she's celebrating and cheering.
Well, I can see her eyes get big when the Lions get a good N1.
Jason Armstrong puts up the left fist. Don't know if he's celebrating the 68 Olympic track team or calling out a play. Here's Toa, goes up, had a shot blocked. Janae Coates had it stolen away. Loose ball put back in by Whithead. Whitehead. So I say Whithead. The announcer saying Whitehead.
One of y'all is wrong.
Yeah, right. One of us is wrong. It's probably me. Got a stoppage in play. That basket was good by Whitehead. Not sure what it is. 31 seconds on the game clock. 30 seconds on the play clock. So 1.8 second differential. Eddie Toa brings it up. I don't know what Manny was thinking about. Freddie Young has it far side, way above the circle. Actually on the food line circle near half court.
Lion trying to eat up a clock. It's about a 1.5 second difference.
Toa now gets it. Now Hudson has it. Hudson driving on that left circle. Pull up jump shot, no good. Loose ball trying to be put back in by Garita, but it's controlled by Claflin. Shot at the buzzers. Up and good. Nice one by Dennis Brown. He did a heave ho.
He earned that one.
From the left arc, puts in the shot. At the half, 35-23 is our score. Lincoln University leading Claflin. We will step away. A 3-minute break. We'll come back and we'll be joined by our friend Michael Jefferson from Block Sports and Your Street TV, talking about what's happening in the CIAA right here when we come back on the KRSB Network. It's a 2024 CIAA Men's Final Four. Lincoln University on top.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
To be clear, we have never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit. May I? We're definitely not lit. I mean, seriously, we named ourselves Booking.com, which is kind of lit if we're talking literal. But it's who we are. We're good at helping you book travel. Like, amazingly good. And kind of bleep at naming. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Join the HBCU Madness Challenge and show off your school pride during the CIAA basketball tournament with KRSB Network's mobile media radio broadcast.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
HBCU Sports. Anytime, any place, any play. Mobile Media Radio Broadcast here on the KRSB Network.
And welcome back here. Halftime CIAA Championship, 35-23. We're waiting for Michael Jefferson to join us. And once he does, we'll get a little update on what's happening in the CIAA as well as what's happening in HBCU sports. Tournament time. CIAA is the first to have their tournament. Next week, we got the SIAC tournament down in the South in Mobile, Alabama. Then we have the MEAC and SWAC championship coming up in a few weeks. And I cannot forget about the folks in the deep, deep South. The Gulf Coast Athletic Conference is having their tournament this week, and we'll give you some numbers from that one. So about 12 minutes ago here at halftime, I'm going to step away for about a 3-minute break. We will reconnect with you and Michael Jefferson momentarily. You're listening to the KRSB Network.
So I wanted to see the opportunity.
Yeah, I had to get up out my house, I had to leave, I'm gone, yeah. Had to go out on my own, I had to show I'm gone, yeah. Had to pay for all of this, I had to take a loan, but how it's homecoming made me feel I came home. So it's blowing, look around, all this melanin. I'm talking Nubian to light as the Sahara sand. Yeah. If I was from Zamunda and I left the motherland, I would've went to find my queen at Spellman. Hey, well-read Morehouse men, they wearing suits. Hampton Pirates say it's true, they the real ain't true. This ain't Honey Boo Boo, Black Pageants is the thing. When she get that sass, we sang, she's your queen. I spoke to Spike Lee and Samuel Jack. They say go to Black College, you won't wanna go back. They said I had the time of my life. Had an HBC. I love my H from my beats, my B and from my C. I love my HBC. I do. Ooh, oh, I love my HBC. I do. Financial aid, head grand, why you waiting? Yeah. You ain't seen no girl for months, now she propane. If you ain't Greek, better not step on them plots, cause it'll pop off if more folks stay Q-ball. Fried chicken Wednesday, better hit that kitchen. Swag surfing, locking on, we swaying and we dipping. Parties turning up indoors in the laundry room. Homecoming cookout like a family reunion. Tuskegee football games, them right there stay poppin'. Forget the game, ain't nobody watching. Southern Gremlin Bayou classic band stay rockin'. Dance line grooving to the music, moving jolly. I spoke to Common and Taraji P. They said go to black college, the knowledge is more sweet. They said I had the time of my life at HBC. I love my H in front of my B, my B in front of my C. I love my HBC. I do. I love my HBC. I do. Don't you want to go to a place in your life where everyone around you looks just like you? Stars around, shining bright, surrounded by black, like you on space flight. See, you don't need a spaceship to go to a different world. It feels like home, but this is a different world where your skin fits in, and everyone is different. You don't have to fit a type, you don't have to be a token. You're not defined by preconceived notion. Love your life, drink your potion. You can be who you want to be in this place safe from the hierarchy. Erase black folks from around the world in one location. Vacation to Winston-Salem and Prairie View, Langston, Dillon, and TSU, Wiley College, and VSU, Lane and Cheney, and FAMU. Hey, Parker, Talladega, Tougaloo, and Alabama State, Jackson, and Delaware State, North Carolina, A&T, Bethune, Cookman, learn to teach, Wilberforce, plus 86 more. Me, Diddy, old bro, we're chilling on a yacht. They say black college helped them get the money that they got. They said, I had the time of my life at the HBC. I love my H in front of my B in front of my C. I love my HBC. I do. I love my HBC. I do. Blacker than the college, the sweeter the knowledge. The blacker the college, the sweeter the knowledge.
More HBCU hoops here on the KRSB Network.
All right, so halftime here. Orlando Hughes back. We don't have Michael Jefferson with us. I apologize, but we'll go. We'll bring KB back, and we are professionals, and this is radio, so we adapt, KB. We adapt, and we will kill time. Take a look at some first half stats, and we have it here in our hands. Lincoln, 35 points, 23 for Clafln. Lincoln did it via the way of 14 of 33 from the floor. That attributes to 42.4%. Not bad. Clafln, 8 of 30. But most importantly, KB, they were 1 of 10 for downtown.
I was just looking at that stat. That's dismal. And we talked about their struggles, but I mean, these two teams have seen each other only one time, and that was very early on in the season, and it was on Claflin's home floor. So you have to figure a lot has changed. Players have gotten better. They've gotten more comfortable in their roles. And right now, Lincoln is shining.
Right. So if I had to ask you what player on both teams played the most amount of minutes in that first half, what would be your choice?
I would say for Lincoln, probably Reggie Hudson, without looking. Am I correct?
Well, you're close. It would be one Freddie Young Jr.
Okay.
And I don't know where Freddie Young Sr. is.
Oh, he's over there. I'm pretty sure he's over there. On the Lincoln side, you have to remember last year when we were here, the majority of the Lincoln faithful were to our left.
Right.
This time they're on the right side of the building.
Right. So didn't have it there. And for Claflin, the leading player as far as minutes go is John Whitehead. And we do have our good friend Michael Jefferson. And we're going to bring Michael Jefferson in. And I don't know if you can hear me, Mr. Jefferson. Michael, are you there? All right, so let's see. Michael Jefferson, can you hear me? Well, that's okay. We'll get back to you in just a second. Let's go back, KB. Let's turn that microphone off and let me face you and not the Claflin band. We'll work on getting Michael connected to us as well. The leading scorer for Lincoln as far as points goes, we got Reggie Hudson with 9 points, both Janae Coates with 7 and Freddie Young with 7. Freddie's points were all and ones. Yeah. So, leading scorer for Claflin, Zion Obanla, and he came in with 7 points, 3 of 5 Fisher. But they're going to need more from Jalen Wins, who's 0 of 6 from the field.
I mean, I always felt like teams that have well-balanced scoring are more successful, and we're seeing that right now with Lincoln. Last year they had, senior guard Corey Williams, who was also all CIAA, but he did a lot of the lion's share of scoring. Right now, the ball is being well distributed. It's moving around. We see, patience of the Lincoln Lions, waiting for that pick to coming off that roll. Reggie Hudson is doing a great job, being the leader on the floor general on the floor.
So, KB, we're going to try this once again and swing it to Michael Jefferson and Block TV Sports, Your Street TV, live from his home studio in Indianapolis, Indiana. And if we ask Michael to drive here, you think Michael can get here by like 8 o'clock tonight?
7:59. Eastern Standard Time.
Michael, are you there, my friend? I don't have him. Michael, are you there? I'm not sure why I don't have him, KB. Well, technology, we'll fix it. What we'll do is we'll step away. We'll talk to our friends at Booking.com in a little bit, and we'll figure out what's going on. 2024 CIAA Men's Final Four. Lincoln on top, 35-23.
To be clear, we have never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit. May I? We're definitely not lit. I mean, seriously, we named ourselves Booking.com, which is kind of lit if we're talking literal. But it's who we are. We're good at helping you book travel. Like, amazingly good. And kind of bleep at naming. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime, any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
And welcome back to the CFG Bank Arena 2024 Men's CIAA semifinals between Lincoln and Claflin. Lincoln with the advantage, having all types of just radio issues that you have. And Michael Jefferson is joining us from Indianapolis. And Michael, can you now hear me? And of course, he cannot hear me. So I tell you what, Michael, you hang on there, listen up to the broadcast. We'll keep it moving. About a minute away, Orlando Hughes Kia Bird. We lost our baby lion, but
I
to be
think the
expected.
baby lion is moving around the lion's den right now. She will be back.
To be expected. So if you're Claflin, what must you do here in the second half?
If I'm Claflin, I'm going to try to utilize my bigs. Try to get some plays ran where you get more high percentage shots because, we talked about just a moment ago, they're 1 from 10 from downtown. And right now, they have all 5 Lions crashing the board. We saw Reggie Hudson, amongst the trees, grab 3 rebounds. Freddie Young, not afraid to go amongst the trees and get those N1s. Peter Sorber, Janae Coates, all doing a great job crashing the board. So if I'm Claflin, I'm going to try to get some post play and get some second chance opportunities because we know once Lincoln scores, they're picking you up 94 feet.
I love this, folks. If you want to hear what HBCU basketball is all about, and especially tournament basketball, it's just not the players. It's the cheerleaders who are dueling at opposite ends of the court. Claflin band, Lincoln's band, who grew tremendously. Because I never remember it being that many people playing at the band, but they stepped out and they are battling, singing, or playing the Gap Band's 1980s hit, Cut, Neck. And they're going at it. Lincoln has signs up to say, I can't hear you. The Claflin's band and Claflin and their little, well, not little, but their hockey jerseys are having fun. All right, so we're getting set for the second half tip-off. Lincoln comes out with their starters, Cleveland, Anderson, Young, Hudson, and Coates, Dennis, Obanya, Whitehead, McElroy, and Williams for Claflin. This is Freddie Young on that left side. Skips to near side to Hudson. His high arc of three-pointer up, no good. This ball goes out of bounds, off of Lincoln. So Lincoln first possession, they come up scoreless.
Probably not the start that they wanted at that mystery basket down there.
There, that deep three-pointer by Hudson, not the move. So Williams brings it up for Claflin. Lincoln half-court man-to-man. Williams on that left side throws it over their leading scorer, Abanla, trying to find Dennis. Dennis guarded by Freddie Young. He's at the top of the key, 11 seconds on the clock. Dennis step back shot from the top of the key, tipped out by Coates over to Hudson, and Lincoln will have another opportunity.
Better shot selection for Claflin on that possession, but they still got to knock it down.
All right. Here's Aiden Anderson. Anderson driving, goes up, misses the left-handed layup. Loose ball pulled down. Deep three-pointer right side is up and good by Whitehead. And now it's a 9-point ball game. That's what you were talking to me. Lincoln has to be consistent here in the second. They had a huge lead in the first half.
Right. And, this is the Final Four. You can't expect any team to lay down. They're all motivated to get to that big dance tomorrow.
Claflin in like an extended 2-3 zone. Reggie Hudson busts that one with his little imitation Tyrese Maxey layup to the basket on the right side. 37-26.
Reggie Hudson utilizing that quick first step that he has.
Hudson leading scorer in the contest now with 11 points. On the far side, this is Williams. Williams had the ball deflected out of bounds. Bakir Cleveland said off of his leg. The two officials will converse with one another. And they corrected and say that it is Lincoln's ball.
Yeah, I wonder if Bakir is studying criminal law. He argued that case.
Pretty well. So the officials are Lionel Butler, Michael Terry, Anthony Franklin are the three officials this afternoon. 37-26. Lions back on top by double digits. Start of the second half from the CFG Bank Arena, Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird. Our apologies to Michael Jefferson. Deep three-pointer by Aiden Anderson is no good. Pulled down by Claflin. This is Williams on that left side. Gives it over to Hutchinson. Now back to Williams. Williams thought about the three-pointer. As it work it over to Stewart. Here's a deep three-pointer by Whitehead. Misses it. Loose ball pulled down by Coates. Coates gives it over to Hudson. Now to Cleveland. Cleveland thought about the three. Stepped in, pump fake. Nice shot by Bakir Cleveland. As he gets a fist pump by his head coach, Jason Armstrong.
Heady play. He waited for that defense to fly right by him. Took his time, lined it up perfectly.
They did fly by him, trying to approach the BWI, which is about 6 miles away. You know I was going to get an aviation reference in here. First ball pulled down by Anderson. Whitehead tried another three-pointer, missed that one. They got on the left post of Coates. Coates with a nice up and under shot. No good off the rim. Loose ball was poked out of bounds by Claflin.
Yeah, Whitehead hit that early three-pointer and had a good look at the second one. They're going to have to get a hand in his face because I'm looking at his form. He looks like he could get hot.
Right. He can just kind of relax himself, get that flow. And three-pointers will make this game very close. 16-43. Coates has it. Now over to Freddie Young, top of the key, half-court man-to-man being applied. Freddie driving the post. Beautiful backdoor pass to Hudson, and Hudson gets hammered. We have two Panthers in the vicinity. Let's see who they give it to.
We talked about that number 3 being a very unique number. You got to have a heart to wear number 3. We see that with Reggie Hudson. We had 3 players 4 or 5 inches taller than him.
Right. That foul's on Abania. That's going to be his third. Walsh into the contest. He'll replace Hutcherson. Again, Claflin rotating players very well. Beautiful backdoor pass to Anderson, stolen away by Claflin. Claflin trying to make things happen. This is Walsh driving. Pushes over, throws up a high shot over Anderson, misses it. Anderson up, under, jumping over everyone. Aiden Anderson kind of out of control. Looking like he's on a runaway pogo stick, KJ.
Looked like he was jumping off of the second ring of a WWE match today.
He'll go take a seat real quickly. Coach Anderson saw, and Jason Armstrong saw that as well. 3 in the contest for him. Williams will inbound the ball, near side baseline. 39-26 our score. 16 minutes here in the first half. Stewart trying to make a move. Trying to throw it over to Whitehead. It's going to be a turnover on Claflin.
It's the second time Claflin has had that phantom player.
Yeah. The 11th turnover on Claflin. We got to watch that number. Claflin, you don't need it to tick up any further than what it is currently.
Yeah, if Claflin's going to get back in this game, they're going to have to get some stops.
Hudson pulled up his dribble on that left post. Now over to Cleveland. Claflin half-court man-to-man. Cleveland, nice off the glass. Missed the left-handed layup. Loose ball pulled down by Coates, who missed a bunny himself from 4 feet.
Williams has good looks at the basket.
Yeah, Williams has it, drives in the lane, and going to pick up a foul on Reggie Hudson. As Williams is just a little slow to get off the rail, but he's okay.
Reggie Hudson.
Reggie Hudson in no real foul trouble. That's his only second foul of the afternoon.
So Williams will come to the line to shoot.
Looks like he's hurting a little bit. That was a hard foul.
Okay. He appears to be cramping up. You look at his right calf. He's tired. Exerting energy. As you stay. The young man out of Salisbury, North Carolina, hits his first. 39-27.
Taking an opportunity at that foul line to catch his breath.
You better do your Giannis impersonation.
Oh my God.
20 seconds of the shot.
I can make dinner while Giannis is at the foul line.
Go get a refresh your bottle of wine, top it off.
Hey,
Has he shot yet?
Don't tell all my business.
39-28. Young man hit both his foul shots. It's Williams. Had it pressuring Lincoln. Lincoln, no problem breaking that one. Hudson has it. Actually, Cleveland has it, not Hudson. At the top of the key for Lincoln. Over to Johnny Coates on that left post. Coates dribbling. Hands it off to Freddie Young. Freddie trying to make a move. Beautiful defense by Claflin as they stole it away from Hudson. And we got a loose ball foul on Bakir Cleveland. To the ground is, we can't see, and that's going to be.
It looks like it was Williams that came down.
Yeah.
But that was a play of communications. It's important for the Lions to let Freddie know someone's coming up behind them.
Yeah. Second turnover on Lincoln here in the second half. They have 9 turnovers to Claflin's 11. 11-point contest, KB. This game is
far from over.
Yes. So the official is over talking to the scorers table as the ball got tainted. So one official has one ball, the one official has another ball. So let's see who gets overruled. No. All right. So now I have a ball to decide. Also, Albania inbounding. Far side, Lincoln foul line. Gets it up top to Dennis. Stewart has it. Walsh. Whithead catches. 3-pointer up, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Off of Janae Coates. Time out on the floor. 14:55, KB. Lincoln holding on. Step away, come back. You are listening to the 2024 CIAA Final Four right here on the KRSB Network.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
Everyone loves representing their HBCU. Let us show you how Fly Codes can help you feel like a game. For the best selection in HBCU apparel, visit flycodesapparel.com. Live Fly. As an HBCU athlete, you have a unique perspective that can help others. At KRSB Network, we want to hear your story and share it with the world. Whether it's your favorite moment, the years you participated, or how your HBCU prepared you for life, we want to hear your story.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
HBCU Sports. Anytime, any place, any play. Mobile Media Radio Broadcast here on the KRSB Network.
And welcome back to the CFG Bank Arena Orlando Hughes Kia Bird. Missing lion Layla Newborn.
I see her.
I should see her as well, but you're the mom, so you got trained eye. So Lincoln has Claflin has the ball after the timeout. On the floor for Claflin is Wash, Stewart, Whitehead, Abanya, and Dennis. Lincoln will counter with Young, Janae Coates, Garita, Hudson, and Cleveland on the floor. Abanya has it, being shut off. Now swings it over to Dennis. A little two-man game between them. Abanya goes up in the air and charges.
Wow.
And the coach.
He came. I haven't seen that before.
I haven't seen that either. Yeah. A lot of basketball that we've covered here on the KRSB Network, but a lot of basketball that you've seen. I've not seen that before. Nonetheless, the 12th turnover on Claflin.
I mean, we see players like Ja Morant come into the lane all kinds of ways, but that one was very unique.
All right. All right, Cleveland has it for Lincoln. They lead by 11, 39-28, 14-32. Freddie Young being pressured by Wash. And Freddie throws the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, pressure bust pipes. That's the second time Freddie Young has been turned over in the last 2 minutes.
Lincoln is scoreless, KB, in the last 2:44. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
So Claflin legs are a little spry. Moving it around. Whitehead deep three-pointer, no good. Loose ball comes down to Hudson, but it's taken away by Stewart.
Hudson beat the ball down to that loose ball foul. I mean, not that loose ball, not foul.
Right. So Garita picks up a foul. So at the foul line is Whitehead.
I thought it was Whitehead. Whitehead.
Number 15 for Claflin. We are back to calling numbers like we did when we first learned how to broadcast. Number 15 for Claflin. John Whitehead III out of Augusta, Georgia. Converts on his first of two.
A made basket here, and it's a single-digit contest.
Yeah. Coach Jason Armstrong has his hands in his pockets.
I'm assuming his fists are probably clenched in there as well.
Mm-hmm. So Whitehead 1 of 2. Whitehead the third. Damn, KB.
Huh?
Whitehead the third.
Okay.
39, 20, 29.
3 of them. Okay.
We got a Ricky Council the fourth, so this is Hudson. Throws it over to Freddie Young. Freddie working that baseline. Nice move. Goes up. Shot no good. And he draws a foul. So,
once again, tough number 3 was in there for that rebound.
Yeah. Wash is definitely having his fair share of antagonizing words for Freddie Young.
Mm-hmm.
So Freddie at the line to shoot 2. And for the evening, Freddie Young is 1 of 2 from the line. First shot's up and good. So Williams comes into the contest for Claflin. Starting point guard back on the floor. Quality minutes by Stewart, who goes to the bench.
Freddie Young catching his breath, thinking about those 2 turnovers. He's going to have to do a better job at taking care of the ball in these last 13 minutes, 49 seconds.
He's good on both. 41-29 is our score. 13-27. Williams racing up, trying to run by everyone. Goes over to Dennis. Dennis now to Whitehead. Deep three-pointers up and good.
Told you. His form looks solid. Can't leave him open.
41-32. Whitehead has 11 points. It's 2 of 9 from downtown. Lincoln beats that one as they throw it to Garita. Garita went up in the air, probably about 2 blocks too early, but it did not pick up a foul and laid it in. It's kind of dangerous. You would have thought he was on the verge of getting a charging call. There's Dennis trying to work on Hudson. They're out.
Man, Lincoln doing a great job not getting caught. No switches.
Inside, trying to make a move is McElroy, and McElroy draws a foul on Freddie Young. But as you mentioned, KB, Lincoln a lot more aggressive that time defensively.
Mm-hmm. They know with 12, this is a lot of time left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you can't do with the lead in a game like this is take your foot off the gas.
So that's the fourth team foul on Lincoln. Gotta pay attention to that, KB.
Because that could be 1-on-1 situation very shortly.
Right. Peter Sorber back in the contest. He'll replace Janae Coates.
Peter Sorber came off the bench and gave the Lions some quality minutes.
He did.
Very aggressive on the board.
Sorber back in his old stomping ground in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah. His first school was Morgan University.
Mm-hmm. And McElroy with the kiss off the glass.
Things getting a little testy between McElroy and Sorber.
Well, Sorber could make things testy with everyone.
But both young men realizing, this is a game that you need to be on the floor.
Right. So they had both shot 43-33. Claflin with full court pressure. Hudson has it. Got to get it across the half court. Now over to Freddie Young. And Freddie Young turned the ball over. Dennis throws it away. Back to Hudson. Hudson could not control it and turns it over again as he saw a leaking Peter Sorber down the court. And that's the second time that Hudson's body is moving faster, or his mind's moving faster than his body.
Oh, my goodness. But I could feel the excitement like, oh, this is getting ready to be a dunk.
Right. So into the game for the first time is Marsha Robeson, junior out of Charlotte. Robeson into guard Dennis. And we know Robeson can guard for Lincoln.
And shoot.
Yeah. Stewart throws it over. Woodhead, deep three-pointer. That one just rolled off the iron. Loose ball foul called on Sorber.
Lincoln's got to get back in rhythm. Right now, Claflin giving them a taste of their own medicine, picking them up 94 feet, putting a lot of pressure on the ball. We've seen 3 turnovers, quick turnovers on Freddie Young alone.
Yeah. Williams inbounding. Gets it over to Whitehead. Whitehead deep three-pointer, right side, no good. And McElroy had the rebound and passed it to his coach.
Somebody needs to tell Claflin they're only allowed 5.
Yeah.
I don't know who the 6th player is that they keep throwing it to.
Yeah. I see extra players. Definitely. The 6th sense, 7th sense. Claflin not playing with pressure this time. Freddie Young at the point. As KB said, we got to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Over to Cleveland, above that circle on the far side. Cleveland bounce pass to Sorber. He's trying to back down McElroy with the elbow.
Big boy basketball.
Up. This is everything. This ball picked up by Cleveland, but poked out of bounds by Williams. So we got a 10-point contest, folks. 12:01 here, live from the CFG Bank Arena. Lady Hughes, Kia Bird, KRSB Network. Presentation of HBCU hoops. McElroy goes to the sideline. Yeah, he got dinged up.
Number 24, Vontae Hutcherson checks back in for the Panthers.
Yeah, he has one of those lips that look like he stepped in front of Mike Tyson in his heyday. 43-33. Lincoln will have it. Inbounding underneath their own basket. 19 seconds on the play clock.
You stepped in front of Iron Mike, you going to sleep.
Yeah.
I just your lip. You going night-night.
Well, I was trying to intensify it. Freddie Young has it. Far side baseline. Freddie goes up. Reverse layup. No good, but he draws a foul on Hutcherson. So Freddie will be at the line to shoot 2.
Right now, Claflin doing a good job not allowing Lincoln to get into their set plays.
Right. So in the first half, Lincoln 14 of 33 from the field, about 42%. Second half, they're 3 of 11. Claflin's 2 of 11. So Lincoln's kind of allowed themselves to slide back into Claflin's style of play.
Well, I think Claflin's goal was probably to muddy the game up a little bit. Things were looking too easy for Lincoln in that first half.
Freddie Young first shot up and good. So on the floor for Lincoln, Sorber, Rita, Roberson, Freddie Young, Ambakir, Cleveland, Dennis, Whitehead, Williams, Hutcherson, and Wash. Freddie hits on both, 45-33.
We know how foul shooting counts, especially in a game, this closely contested.
Lincoln half-court man-to-man. Claflin moving it around. Driving baseline is Williams. Williams off balance, throws it up, and it went in. So
back to that 94 feet defense.
45-35, 10-point contest.
Yeah.
Trying to pick Marshall Roberson's pockets. A little pressure being applied. 19 seconds play clock, 11:15 game clock. Roberson with the left hand going in, driving, had a shot blocked. And the ball will go to Claflin. Great defense by Wash. I want to say Walsh, but it's Wash. W-A-S-H. Because I'm sure the younger generation can make that into an acronym for something.
Right.
All right, with the rock. This is Williams. Williams picks up a foul on Roberson.
Yeah.
That is the 6th foul. So the next foul by Lincoln, Claflin will be shooting from here on out. McElroy into the contest. They're going to replace Hutcherson.
Right now, it looks like Coach Armstrong is trying to have at least, 3 ball handlers on the floor with Cleveland, Roberson, and Freddie Young, trying to navigate this full court press that
Claflin slowed it down. And Lincoln wasn't moving all that fast, but it's even slower. Off balance shot. Moved around and controlled. Woodhead has it and throws it back out to Williams.
Yeah.
Williams now working on Roberson. Coming up for the high screen is McElroy. Williams now still has Roberson with him. Rita with Walsh. Walsh goes up. Shot thrown out of bounds by Peter Sorber. And you're laughing, KB. 45-35. I'm not even going to acknowledge that one. Great block by Sorber.
Yeah.
But he completely smashed it out of bounds.
Right.
And
I think that was a bit of a message to Claflin, but again, knocking it out of bounds gives them the ball right back.
That catch and shoot by Stewart, no good. On the left side, controlled by Lincoln. Bakir Cleveland has it. I believe he laughed.
I'm glad Sorber wasn't mic'd up after that block. His mom might have put him on punishment.
I'm not having no comments. Roberson deep, 3-pointer top of the key, no good. McElroy with the rebound for Claflin. So Claflin's controlling the boards here. It's a turnover by Wash. Leaking out is Freddie Young. Young goes up. Layup's good.
No.
And no, it's not. As Freddie Young draws a foul. Nice defense by Stewart. But what that does, KB, that's Lincoln's 7th foul. So everything from here on out is coming to the foul line. 9:43 here in the second half. It's gotten slower, but it's got close. We'll step away. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to CIAA basketball here on the KRSB Network.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade, heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
Join the HBCU Madness Challenge and show off your school pride during the CIAA basketball tournament with KRSB Network's mobile media radio broadcast.
And welcome back to CFG Bank Arena, Atlantic Hughes. Kia Bird, a missing little lady lion, enjoying her Lincoln Lions playing. 45-35 here, 9:43 second half. This is the final game of the morning set. Then they'll do it again at 6 p.m. We will not have that game. We'll cover just one a day. They didn't have enough gummy bears in Baltimore for 2 games, but we're one a day. And KB, looking at these stats, like Lincoln hasn't scored in their last 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Clafln hasn't scored in the last 1:49. Both teams are 1 for the last 7 for Lincoln. Clafln 1 for the last 6, and they're both 1 of their last 7 from downtown. So what does all of that mean, folks? Lincoln shooting 25%, Claflin shooting 20%.
Woo. Those numbers aren't anything to brag about for sure,
Right.
but we have to consider that some of that is the defense of both of these teams. Very defensively minded teams.
Right.
Doing a great job, not getting lost on the switches. Both doing a good job getting back in their transitional defense as well.
So Claflin's muddied it up, if you would. They have the rock after that offensive foul by Freddie Young. Williams will bring it up, moving right to left on your dive. Or far to near on our face. Swings it over to Wash. Wash, 17-foot jump shot, left it short. This ball comes down to Garita for Lincoln. Freddie Young has it. Now he gets it over to Bakir Cleveland. Just some movement offensively for both teams.
Bakir's been a little quiet this afternoon.
There's Freddie Young on that key. Now driving in from that left circle over to Cleveland. Cleveland with an offensive foul, and he's complaining, but that was obvious an offensive foul.
Yeah, here we go to the foul line.
Well, offensive foul, yeah. Well, we will not shoot for that offensive foul.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta stop eating these gummy bears. Glucose just went up.
Whatever. That's why the bag is over there. Yeah. Just tell everybody on the radio. So Claflin has it down by 10. Wash, jump shot, 8 feet up and good, and he makes it an 8-point game.
Yeah.
For Wash, that's his first 2 of the contest.
We see Mr. Hudson at the scorer's table trying to put a little bit of a stop to this run.
Coach said, I'm sure he told Reggie.
Or this drought, rather, yeah.
Sorber trying to make a move on McElroy. Goes up off the glass, misses a shot, but he draws the foul.
Foul called against number 4.
So for McElroy, that's only his second. McElroy. Oh, God. Team foul situation on Claflin. They have 5 team fouls. Lincoln now with 8 team fouls. They're 2 away from the double bonus. Peter Sorber at the line. He has 5 points today. First shot from the foul line is up and good.
Returning to the ball game for the Lions, number 3.
Marshall Robertson will take a seat, and Reggie Hudson is back into the contest, more than likely to finish out the game with 8:28 remaining in the second half. Sorber, second shot, battles in and good. 47-37, 8:26 here. Dennis with the rock for, Williams with the rock for Claflin. Over to Stewart. Now back to Williams. Williams trying to make a move on Garita. Skips it near side of Whitehead. Nice closeout by the Cleveland to not allow that three-point shooter an opportunity. 7 seconds on the play clock. Stewart spinning. Got away with some steps. Nearly threw it away. McElroy misses an easy bunny inside. Serber had the ball, and it was poked away from him. And Peter Serber got tied up. Now Hudson has it, and we got a timeout to Lincoln.
Wow.
Well, the officials are letting them play. Can't knock that. They've been consistent. 47-37. Going to be a timeout on the field. Claflin fans are cheering something, not sure.
I haven't figured it out. What is it?
I don't know. We're going to take a quick break. It's the 2024 CIAA Final Four. Only here on the KRSB Radio Network. We'll be back after this. This Saturday, August the 5th, don't miss the HBCU All-Star Dream Classic at Rucker Park. Join Uncle Rel, Kia Bird, and myself, Orlando Hughes, for a day of unforgettable basketball. Ladies tip off at 4:30 and the men's games at 7. Follow all the action only on the KRSB Network. Be part of the HBCU Harlem Takeover. Anytime, any place, any play. Get ready, Harlem. And welcome back to CFG Bank Arena. You talk about a blast in the past, KB. You just nodding your head. So, folks, the Harlem Renaissance Classic obviously won't be played because it's going to be raining in Harlem tomorrow and all weekend. That was for last year, a fun event. We are here at the 2024 CIAA Men's Final Four. The number 1 seed in the North, Lincoln University, versus the number 2 seed in the South, the Panthers of Claflin University. 7:52 here in the second half. You talked about the crowd level. Claflin, South Carolina school, Lincoln, Pennsylvania school. If you would, both of these are kind of recent add-ons to the CIAA family. It's not your Virginia State. It's not your Fayetteville State, Winston-Salem State crowd. Winston losing early.
Very early.
Yeah.
Taken out by the lowest seed in the conference. Big Blue, Bluefield State.
All right. Reggie Hudson inbounding underneath his own basket. Throws it away to Wash. Nearly stolen back. Stewart has it. Tried to go up, would miss everything. Well, excuse me, but did not go up. Skipped it far side to Wims. Wims throws a layup and draws a foul on Peter Sorber. Count the basket.
Yeah. These are the kind of plays that close gaps. 3 the hard way.
And Williams, if you're Peter Sorber, you surrender to that basket. Don't even try to slide over and think that you're going to fool not one, but two, but three officials to draw a charge.
And Jalen Williams, the entire game has been very active around the basket. He's always looking for an opportunity to drive.
Williams now has 8 points. That pressure that's been bothering Lincoln all second half. This is the closest they've been, 7 points. Wow. Ethan Garita taking the airborne as he converts.
One basket all the way up. One bouncing all the way up he went.
49-40, 7-19. So action is picking up here at CFG Arena. Williams on that far side elbow, guarded by Freddie Young. Skips it near side to Whitehead. Whitehead tried to go up on Peter Sorber. Sorber picks up another foul, and if he just goes up and stay vertical, he doesn't pick up that foul. But as a big man, at 6'10", he brings his hands down. That's an easy call for the official.
To me, it didn't look like much. Maybe eyes
was right in front
differently.
of us.
Yeah. However, we saw an actual assault a few times, and the whistle never went off. So I'm wondering, that seemed more ball than anything to me.
Spoken like a true mother. An assault. Whitehead first shot up and good. Janae Coates into the contest for Peter Sorber. So it's Coates, Freddie Young, Ethan Garita, Hudson, and Cleveland. Stewart, Whitehead, Williams, McElroy, and Watt. McElroy. Oh, boy. Yes, Reggie Hudson had it stolen away from him on the other end. Whitehead has it. They can cut into this lead, 49-42.
Yeah.
Here's Stewart off the glass layup, no good. Loose ball comes down the wash, back over to McElroy, and it was jammed home by Whitehead. Whitehead took the elevator, went over everyone, slammed that one home, 49-44.
Yeah, did you feel that momentum shift?
And the Panther faithful is up on their feet. Timeout here. Whoa, okay.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
To be clear, we have never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit. May I? We're definitely not lit. I mean, seriously, we named ourselves Booking.com, which is kind of lit if we're talking literal. But it's who we are. We're good at helping you book travel. Like, amazingly good. And kind of bleep at naming. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
All right, welcome back to CFG Bank Arena. Pressure being applied by the Panthers of Claflin as the crowd came awake with that jam prior to the 30-second timeout by Lincoln. Lincoln with 15 turnovers in this contest. Hudson driving the lane, nowhere to go there. Beautiful pass to Janae Coates, and Coates lays it in. A much-needed basket by the Lincoln Lions. 51-44. 6 minutes to go here in the second half.
Big time.
Claflin was down by double digits. Now they believe, KB.
They do.
Williams has it. Off-balance shot. Off the glass is good.
Yeah, and I told you, Williams is always moving without that basket. Always looking to drive.
51-46. Cleveland has it for Lincoln. Pressure being applied. 5:44. Lincoln moving left to right on your dial. Cleveland tried the dribble handoff to Ethan Garita. Back over to Cleveland. Nice pump fake. Drives in. Throws the shot off the glass. No good. Ball will go out of bounds. Actually, we're going to have a holding call.
Yeah. And really no reason for Lincoln to speed up right now and get out of sorts.
So they got Garita with the hold. Will walk the end of the court for 2 shots because that's Lincoln's. That's his third. Team's 9th or team's 10th. So you gotta love the fact that Claflin, being as far away from school as anyone,
right,
up here in Baltimore, being very vocal.
I love it. But with any HBCU, there's support.
Oh yeah.
You're always going to have some fans wherever you go.
First shots up by McElroy is good. Dennis into the contest for Claflin. He replaced Wash. Wash gave him some quality minutes, KB, on the defensive end. 51-47. This to make it a 3-point contest. Shot rattles around, comes out. Loose ball down to Hudson. Williams glued all over the Lincoln number 3 jersey, being worn by Reggie Hudson.
Claflin seemed to remember the heartbreak that Lincoln gave them last year, sending them home early.
Nearly a moving screen by Garita. And Lincoln's getting careless, KB, with the dribble handoffs. You got to ensure that your teammate has that ball, not just throw it up in the air, because the Claflin players are glued to the Lincoln Lion jerseys.
Yeah. And I like the ball in Hudson's hand to run the offense.
5 minutes here. 4-point contest. Freddie Young Jr. driving, goes up, just throws it in the arms of McElroy. McElroy, all the same. Here's Stewart in traffic, misses everything. Ball out of bounds, and it will favor Lincoln. Timeout on the court. We will keep it here. And Lincoln is struggling, KB. 5 for 15. They've only gotten up 15 shots. Just a little under 5 minutes here. The first half, they got 33 shots.
Right.
Claflin, 7 for 24, just under 30%. But Lincoln hasn't hit a 3-pointer here in the second half, but they've only taken 2. Claflin, again, has been more aggressive. They've taken 8 3-pointers from downtown, hitting 2. Great defense by Claflin.
Yeah.
But is it their great defense or a poor offense on the part of the Lions?
I mean, I think it's equal parts, actually, because, Lincoln seemed to be in a good rhythm in the first half. They did a much better job being patient. They kind of set the tone for the game. Now they're allowing Claflin to speed them up, and it's not working for them. You see a lot of pressure being put on Young when he's handling the ball at the top of the key. Those dribble handoffs, as you talked about before, get picked off. They're being read early, so they're going to have to do something different,
right,
in order to close this basketball game out. Right now, the momentum seems to be on Claflin's side.
51-47, the battle of the cheerleaders. And Kevin, I'm looking over at the Under Armour banner, and it's just a real nice banner. Be seen, be heard, be celebrated.
Yeah. And if you look at some of the player sneakers, they were all gifted the Black History Month sneakers with that same pattern on the bottom of their sneakers.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, they're black with that pattern at the bottom. I've seen a few players actually wearing them during the tournament, but they were all gifted a pair.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know the press conference 3 weeks ago, I'm not going to be certain, but I was here at the Under Armour facility, beautiful facility. Under Armour, the official sponsor of the CIAA tournament. Also Food Line, the official, the sponsor of the tournament.
Yeah.
So Lincoln inbounding underneath Claflin basket, have to go the length of the court. They get it into the hands of Reggie Hudson, comes up on the left side, now brings it near side to the right. A dribble handoff to Bakir Cleveland, and they're going to have an offensive foul called on Janae Cruz.
Lincoln is going to have to settle down. They're going to have to settle down.
So back into the contest for Obanya for Claflin. So it's Whitehead, Williams, Obanya, Wash, and Stewart. Couldn't see him hiding Turnaround jump shot, baseline, no good by Whitehead. Rebounded by Janae Kurtz.
Whitehead is a hooper. You can see it.
Yeah. Gives it to Freddie Young. Freddie trying to operate on that right side wing. Now they rotate it over to Hudson. Hudson give and go to Peter Sorber. Sorber up and under, misses the layup. And the loose ball pulled down by O'Bina. Now Stewart racing up, being trailed by Freddie Young. Williams thought about that three-point on the right side, not there. O'Bina goes up on Sorber. Sorber gets a piece, and he had Coach.
Good defense by Sorber.
Yeah.
Getting the block and keeping it in play.
So Reggie Hudson will go to the line. That foul was called on Wash, his second, but that puts Claflin now in the bonus situation, KB.
Yeah.
So Lincoln's best foul shot shooter at the line to shoot 1-1. His team leading by 4, led by as many as 15 points. First shot goes down.
A little razzle dazzle.
Not the easiest, but nonetheless.
All Reggie Hudson wanted to do was see those strings move.
Yeah. The rim rocked. Second shot set to come to Hudson. Again for Lincoln, Coates, Sorber, Cleveland, Young, and Hudson.
Armstrong choosing to pull everybody off the line to get back and set into their defense.
52-47, 1 of 2. Now, Claflin with that motion offense around the key. Williams started out the 3, drives in, throws an off-balance shot, and that was not necessarily a foul, KB. Williams throwing his body in the Coates.
Yeah.
And was rewarded by the official.
There seems to be different interpretations of what a foul is this afternoon.
Right. So if you won't say it, I'll say it. So that far side basket is officially the bad basket.
It got bad juju.
Yes. Because it was Claflin in the first half.
Yes.
Now it's Lincoln here in the second.
I don't know.
Williams misses the front end.
I wonder if they flip for that. Like if that's, a known.
Well, for the teams you want to put the second half in college basketball, they tend to always want to have offensively the team in front of their bench so they can call out plays. Most coaches.
Right.
Yeah. But if I'm Coach Armstrong, if we prevail, we play on that side tomorrow first.
Yeah, get it out the way.
Right. 52-48.
And one of these teams will play the winner of Virginia Union and Fayetteville State,
which is coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. Whitehead nearly stole it. Lincoln panicking because of this pressure that's being applied by Claflin.
Yeah. And I looked over Claflin's record for this year, with the exception of Lincoln, who they only played once. They beat everybody at least one time. That includes Winston, Virginia
Fayetteville,
Union, Virginia State, Fayetteville. They beat them all at least once.
Trying to ratify that loss from earlier this season, as KB said, in South Carolina. Lincoln will have the rock, leading by 4, 52-48, 3:28 here in the second half. I'll be inbounding, in front of the Claflin bench. 2024 Men's CIAA Final Four, the first of 2 today. Number 1 seed in the North versus the number 2 seed in the South. Virginia State playing the number 1 seed in the South this evening at 8 p.m.
No, Virginia State's.
They're not the number 1 seed.
No, they're out. Virginia State's out. It's Fayetteville State, Virginia Union.
Yes, Virginia Union. And Lincoln turns over the rock. And they call a foul on Lincoln. So Reggie Hudson picks up the foul. That was not a foul call, KB. If you look on this board, because there you go. He's way above the circle where he gets rewarded with a foul call. So at the line will be Stewart, who can bring this to a 2-point contest. Excuse me. First shot's up and good. Lincoln 5 times in the second half have turned over or nearly turned over the rock when inbounding after a timeout because of the pressure by Clafln.
Yeah. Clafln definitely did not panic when they had that early onslaught of the Lions offense. They didn't panic. They went into the locker room, came up with a plan, and so far have done a great job executing it.
All right, so Lincoln breaks half court. Near side, but here Cleveland has a 3-12 2-point contest. 52-50. Clafln on a 6-1 run here.
Ooh.
And nearly stole it again as Wash was going for the pass to Hudson.
Yeah. Let's look at this replay. Oh, bounce pass. It looked like it went off the foot of Claflin, though. I think that may have been the right call.
Yeah. So Hudson inbounding. It's in the Sorber. Sorber skips it far side. But here Cleveland deep three-pointer, no good. And it's pulled down by McElroy. Or McElroy, or whatever. Williams has it. His name is Williams. Williams driving. Floating shot over top of Peter Sorber. And we got a tie ball game here in Baltimore.
Yeah. And I watched his eyes. He had it high up on that glass. It came right off the top of that square.
Game has not been tied since it was 6-6. Reggie Hudson goes in, throws it off the glass. No foul call.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Coach Armstrong is shaking his head.
We're in for a fun finish.
Yes. 54-52. 120 seconds here in this contest.
Oh, these
Williams
two just want to play one-on-one.
Peter Sorber. Sorber knocked to the ground, and we have a foul call. That foul's going to be on McElroy. Wow.
I gotta love the college energy.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you have to love it. Peter Sorber probably has not ran that fast.
But wait, he jumped off the ground like the last dragon first. Then we're down there.
Definitely. So Peter Sorber with the yellow glove. And ran down to show who is the dragon for real.
Yeah.
To shoot his 1-and-1. 54-52. 155. That foul is the 5th foul on O'Brien. Peter Sorber misses the 1-and-1. Loose ball comes down. Excuse me, on McElroy. Loose ball comes down to Claflin. Down by 2. Williams calling the action. Right hand dribble. Right to left finger down. Off the screen. They throw it over to Walsh. Walsh now the right head. Cut off by Hudson. Top of the key is Walsh. Driving. Falls to the ground. And that's going to be a traveling call on Wash. Wash fell to the ground. Tried to debate. 133 KB in this game. Lincoln will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. McElroy back into the contest for Lincoln, for Claflin, excuse me.
We have to look back. This was a game the Lions led by as much as 13.
15.
15.
Yes, 15 points. Pressure being applied. Hudson has it in the backcourt. Double team. Hudson skips over to Freddie Young. Freddie Young will try to settle things down. His team leading by 2. Winner moves on to the final game of the CIAA championship. In the Peter Sorber. Sorber punts fakes. Shot in and out. Loose ball pulled down by the smallest man on the court. Reggie Hudson with the board. Big time rebound.
Show why he was an all CIAA first team pick.
Swings it over to Freddie Young. Freddie Young on the right side. Now driving. Child pulls up from the wing. Misses the shot. Loose ball comes down to Whitehead. Whitehead gets it over to Williams. Under a minute to go. 46 seconds. And we have a timeout on the court. Clafln. If you're Coach Armstrong, you got to question Freddie Young for that shot. Kind of forcing the shot. Shot clock was not expiring. But the momentum is clearly with these Panthers, KP.
It is. It is. They've done a great job crawling their way back into this contest. You know, it looked like Lincoln was going to run away with it in the first half. But the Panthers settled. They're a well-coached team. And they did what works for them best, getting second shot opportunities, driving to the basket, getting the N1s, and it's working. So, you know, they've done a great job all afternoon on the boards, and they continue to do so.
Lincoln has not scored in the last 1 minute, 30 seconds. Foul situations. Peter Sorber has 4 fouls. Obanyala has 4 fouls. They're the only players in trouble. Lincoln for the second half, 6 of 20 from the field. Claflin, 8 of 28. So
46.2 seconds to go, Mr. Hughes.
Well, we've been here before, especially with these Lincoln Lions many times.
But I've had 24 ounces of coffee, so.
All right, 54-52. Let's hope for KB that this is the final 46.2 seconds. Claflin will have the rock on the court is Obanya. Whitehead, Williams, Stewart, and Lodge. Williams top of the key, guarded by Reggie Hudson. He brings it off the left side. Sorber steps out to double team him. They get it in the baseline. Obanya working with Sorber. Obanya turns around, throws up the shot, turns it over to Reggie Hudson. Shot clock's unplugged. They get it over to Freddie Young. Over to Sorber, and then gets it to Clafln. And finally, a foul on Claflin. Kind of a mental meltdown by young players. 19.7 seconds on the clock. And if it sounds broken up, folks, the way to play,
it looked like he got away with a travel.
He traveled, literally, but the officials allowed him to throw the ball as though it was an attempted pass. By the way, he just fouled out with his 5th foul, which sends Clafln to the line. Still a 1-and-1 because that was only the 19th foul on the Panthers. But he traveled and then tried to bounce the ball to kind of offset that one as Clafln hits a big-time foul shot. He has another one coming. Timeout, Claflin. But KB, let's stay with this. Lincoln kind of gets saved by a mental mistake.
Big time. You know, it's been a lot of those, and in the heat of the moment, you know, Claflin got away with a travel call, as you said, and Lincoln was able to capitalize on it. Now, with 19.7 seconds left, a 3-point difference, it's absolutely essential that Clafln hit this second foul shot. You know, there's a media timeout right now, which can kind of throw players off out of their rhythm, taking them off of the block. But it'll be the most important foul shot probably for him of this tournament so far.
All right, so Clafln, 3 of 3 from the foul line. Let's see if the broadcasters jinx works for not
man.
shit. But Bakir has 8 points. Lincoln's being paced by Reggie Hudson, 14. Freddie Young has 11. Janae Coates with 9. Peter Sorbo with 7. Ethan Guerrero with 4. For Claflin, you have Williams with 13. Whitehead with 15. And done by Bakir Cleveland. 56-52. 19 seconds. Stewart racing up. Stewart looking to drive. Misses the layup. Loose ball comes down to Lincoln, and we're going to have a late foul call. Oh, wow. That
Shooting
foul
foul.
on Janae Coates.
He's waiting
we're looking
patiently,
to
looking
see
at the
what-
monitor. He was nowhere.
That's not a foul call. Wow. So Janae Coates gets the foul call. Extends life because at the foul line, Stewart has 2 shots. He's 4-4 from the line. Folks, Janae Coates just boxed out. He's taller than Stewart.
Yeah.
First shot for Stewart comes off the back of the iron, but he was simply boxing out. And
Yeah.
this is no hometown discount for Lincoln.
Right.
Second shot for Stewart, 11.3 seconds, 56-52. Still a possibility for Claflin. Stewart misses both. Tie up. He falls to the ground, and it's going to be a traveling call, which Lincoln will have 9.6 seconds. The rebound was grabbed by McElroy, fell to the ground. Instant travel, college basketball.
Finish the job. Finish the job.
9.6 seconds, 56-52. Bakir Cleveland has it, and Bakir gets fouled. And will walk the length of the court to shoot 2 foul shots.
Bakir doing the Newark flex when he came up out of that double team.
Yeah.
Great job by Bakir Cleveland. Not being iced out, coming off of the line, coming back and hitting that second foul shot, which put the Lions up by 4.
I don't think you should have mentioned your coffee because you were about to be in trouble doing this broadcast solo. Bakir at the line for 2 shots. Bakir is perfect today. And that always works.
There you go.
As the first shot rattles in and out. 8.4 seconds. Claflin with no timeouts left. Cleveland, 1 of 2. Claflin has to inbound the ball, and they throw it away as Williams and Stewart misinterpreted what they wanted to do. Williams cut in, Stewart threw it out. That turnover, KB, should be it.
That might have started the bus. That might have started the bus to warm up.
So, Claflin tried to sneak a quick timeout. Sounds like we're in the Manny. So, here's the great thing. Last year, interim coach Jason Armstrong comes to Baltimore, takes his 6-seeded Lincoln Lions to their first ever CIAA championship. This year, official head coach Jason Armstrong started the season, few bumps, but his team, once the conference play happened, coming to tonight's game, to this afternoon's game, pardon me, as the number 1 seed, and he's on the verge, KB, of taking his Lincoln Lions to their second ever CIAA championship in just his second year as head coach.
Yeah. And we talked to him a lot last season about this team and their capabilities. And I think everyone on his staff and on the team bought into the idea of coming back. That was their goal from the very beginning, despite the bumps. And they're a defensive-minded team, and the things that they do lack, they make up for by causing other teams not to be able to get into rhythms.
Here's another turnover. Reggie Hudson brings it, and the Lincoln Lions are going back to the CIAA championship game tomorrow afternoon. They await the winner of Virginia Union and Fayetteville State. Second year in a row. Hats off to Clafln, the Panthers.
And with such a balanced attack,
Yeah.
Who would you nominate for your MVP of this game? It's hard for me to separate someone as having,
good question. I'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
I'll come back to who I would nominate. Some key moments from few players. I mean, Cleveland with 10 points, Young with 11 points, Reggie Hudson with 14, Coates with 9, as Reggie Hudson kicks up the MVP.
Yeah.
The Lions are going back to the CIAA championship. And what's so funny is your little Lion is starting to have that experience like we had during our college years.
Absolutely.
Of going to the championship every year in just her second year of school. This is the norm for her.
Yeah, I told her how we celebrated it as well. And the celebrated lasted until Sunday.
We talked about that.
But this is a great experience. I'm overjoyed to be able to share it with my little Lion.
So 58-52 Lincoln University will move on, KB.
Yes.
Another championship game. Hats off to Coach Armstrong, his young men.
And I had an opportunity to watch Virginia Union and Bluefield State play one another last night. And, Virginia Union is a very physical team. They have a lot of bigs that like to bang, that like to, get in the post and make things difficult. So depending on the outcome of tonight's game, the Lions will have their work cut out for them in the championship game tomorrow afternoon.
So the championship game is tomorrow afternoon at KB? You know times. I don't know times.
At the Baltimore CFG Arena.
So, folks, we'll come on the air. They say 2 o'clock, but the women's game is at 12, and it's the championship game.
Right.
So they have to cut the nets. They'll do the celebration, confetti on the court, MVP announcements,
Pictures,
all
mommy
the pictures,
hugs, daddy
correct.
hugs, auntie hugs,
So
all that stuff.
we plan on joining you guys tomorrow afternoon at about 2:10, right here from the CFG Bank Arena, Lincoln University. So the once neglected, not thought of Lions of Lincoln starting to make their name and their presence be felt here in the CIAA.
What's that Katy Perry song? You gonna hear me roar?
All right. So for the roaring little Lion, Kia Bird, myself, Orlando Hughes, Michael Jefferson, who joined us, but the technicalities didn't allow him to join us.
Yeah.
We say good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. 58-52 is our final score. So long.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime, any play mobile media radio broadcast.